How has your combine experience been so far? Is it what you expected? What you prepared for?
It's definitely a dream come true. You know, to tell the truth, coming here, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was I going to be doing. You know, meeting a lot of great guys, meeting a lot of guys that you hear about on the TV all the time. So this is definitely a dream come true.
What are you more nervous about, the interview experience, or is it going to be just showing teams physically what you can do out there?
To tell the truth, I'm not really nervous because I feel like I was well prepared. You know, going with Impact for it, you know, they over prepared me, so now I'm just confident right now.
And who do you look to? What current tight end do you look to emulate? You mentioned Ben Watson in your press conference about maybe he's more of a mentor, but as far as your physical skills, which guy out there reminds you of you?
As far as like, there's multiple guys, you know, I kind of relate myself to, you know, Vernon Davis, Dustin Keller, Ben Watson, Randy McMichael, you know, all those type of guys, you know, not 6'3", 6'4", kind of like 6'2.5", like my height, 245, 250, and then, you know, can block and make plays down the field.
One guy that we know of very well in San Diego would be Antonio Gates, and he's talked about how much the tight end position is really evolving since he's come into the league. Do you see the same thing as you're watching this game progress?
I mean, look at the playoffs. You know, they would like tight ends was the leading receiver in the playoffs. So imagine this year coming up. You know, a lot of great athletes right now in tight end, and you know, a lot of ballparks that need new tight ends. So I'm definitely excited, and I definitely can't wait.
Well, great. Best of luck to you, and hopefully we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you, man. I like to compare myself against, you know, Ben Watson, Randy McMichael, you know, Vernon Davis, Dustin Keller, you know, people that not like 6'4", 6'5", but, you know, kind of my height.
It's a pretty exciting deal to be a tight end, and the way the NFL is now, with so many tight ends catching 50, 60, 70 passes, kind of be big play targets for all these blockers.
Yes, sir. I mean, like, look at the playoffs. I mean, a whole bunch of tight ends catching a whole bunch of ball, and you know, it just gave us a whole a good outcome just to come out and just, you know, contribute to any ballpark that picks us up.
Any meetings set up with teams?
Yes, sir. Tonight, I'm not really sure. It just has the room numbers and the time for me to show up.
What do you like so much about Ben Watson?
He's just a great spiritual guy, a family guy, loving guy. You know, anytime I needed his help, you know, I called him. He would pick up the phone. You know, people like that, you would think that, you know, they'll turn the phone off or reject you, but you know, he watches us. You know, he watches a lot of people from Georgia. You know, comes back and talks to us. So I can call him anytime I want, and he'll pick up. So he's just a great guy overall.
A team like Denver could certainly use you. What would you think about getting drafted by the Broncos and catching passes?
Sir, I would love to. I just want to play football. That's my main goal. I just want to play.
Can you give us an idea how often were you in a three-point? How often were you staging? How often were you in the slot?
At Georgia?
Yeah.
I want to say 80% of the time, 85% of the time, I was in a three-point stand, and the rest I was, you know, split out, create mismatch, have the safety come out, and then come cover me.
Was most of that time the slot or did you go all the way out?
No, just slot. Yeah.
Tell me the story about how you broke Florida's trial. How could they let you get away?
It was an accident. I was going on a recruiting visit to Florida. They were practicing, and they had the Heisman Trophy out, and they had the crystal ball out, and that was my first time seeing it. That was my first visit at period. So I took a picture of the crystal ball, and then they had a little gap, and then they had a Heisman Trophy to the right, to the left. So I took a picture of that, and then when I squatted down to take a picture of Tim Tebow's name, and I bumped it. It bumped onto the table, and it hit the floor and just shattered. So I was definitely wanting to get away.
All right, you're crouched, you take a picture, all of a sudden you hear chatter. What did you do?
I just froze. I just stood there. I mean, I couldn't believe it, because just like 5 minutes ago, we was like, "Yeah, that's not the real one." They wouldn't, you know, have the real one out there. For it to hit the floor and shatter, we just stood there.
Was that a sign not to go to Florida?
No, it definitely wasn't. No, I definitely took my process. You know, I definitely, talked to Coach with the depth chart. You know, talked to my mom about it, and just felt comfortable at Georgia.
Orson, talk about yourself as a tight end, your strengths and weaknesses.
I feel like my strength is, as far as stretching the field, being versatile, being in the block, being in the box. You know, if the coach asked me to block, I'll definitely do it. I have film of doing it, and then, being that slot, going against, a linebacker one-on-one, and then stretching the field.
Things you have to work on in your game?
As of right now, I don't think I have to work on anything right now. But going into the next level, I'll definitely have to work on my technique and blocking. Getting in and out of my breaks.